Have you ever felt like you're just not good enough? Like the world is telling you that you lack creativity, that your ideas are worthless? Imagine being fired from your job because your boss thinks you have no good ideas. That's exactly what happened to a young man with nothing but a pencil, some paper, and a stubborn belief that imagination could change his life. This wasn't just a minor setback for him. It was a painful rejection that could have crushed his spirit. But instead of letting it define him, he channeled that hurt into his art. He spent countless nights drawing, creating characters that he hoped would one day bring smiles to people's faces. He was driven by a dream that seemed impossible to everyone but him. Fueled by this passion, he decided to take a huge risk. He teamed up with his friends, and they poured every cent they had into starting their own small animation studio. They were full of hope, working day and night, believing they were on the verge of a breakthrough. But reality hit hard. The business struggled, bills piled up, and soon their dream came crashing down. The studio went bankrupt. This failure was devastating. He was left with nothing. There were days he didn't know where his next meal would come from, often surviving on cheap food and money borrowed from friends. He was at his lowest point, facing what seemed like an insurmountable wall of failure. It would have been so easy to give up, to accept that maybe his dreams were just that, dreams. But he refused. Deep down, that spark of imagination was still alive. He knew this wasn't the end of his story. So he picked himself up and started again. He poured all his energy into creating a new cartoon character, one that quickly became a hit. It felt like he had finally made it. Success was at his fingertips. But then disaster struck again, due to a bad contract. The rights to his successful character were legally stolen from him. In an instant, his creation was gone. To make matters worse, most of his animation team, the people he had worked with and trusted, left him to work for the new owner. He was left betrayed, heartbroken, and back at square one. He had lost everything: his character, his business, and his team. This was a moment that would have broken most people. The world seemed to be screaming at him to quit, telling him he was destined to fail. But he didn't listen. Instead of looking back with anger and regret, he made a choice. He chose to start over from absolute zero. On a long, quiet train ride home, feeling the weight of his losses, he didn't despair. Instead, he started sketching on that train. A new character was born, a cheerful little mouse. This character wasn't just a drawing, it was a symbol of his own resilience, born from frustration, hope, and an unbreakable will to succeed. With the help of his loyal brother, he was ready to try again. But the journey was far from over. Money was tighter than ever. He went from bank to bank, from investor to investor, trying to get funding for his new idea cartoon with synchronized sound, something that had never been done before. And everywhere he went, he was met with rejection. People laughed at him. They told him his idea was ridiculous, that a talking mouse was a silly concept that would never work. They said his dreams were too big, too ambitious. Imagine hearing no over and over again. Imagine the world telling you that your vision is a joke. It takes incredible strength to keep believing in yourself when no one else does. Yet, he persisted. He saw every rejection not as a final verdict, but as a challenge. He believed that failure wasn't a stop sign. It was a lesson. Each no taught him something new. Slowly but surely, his vision began to take shape. The little mouse he drew on the train started to move, to talk, and to capture hearts. What had once seemed impossible was becoming a reality. The man who was once fired for having no ideas, the man who went bankrupt, the man who had his creations stolen from him, was about to change the world. His persistence paid off. His little mouse, Mickey, became a global phenomenon, and from that success, he built an empire. This man, who once struggled to afford a decent meal, went on to build a world where dreams come true for millions of people. He created a place where imagination reigns supreme, a legacy that has inspired generations to believe in the power of their own dreams. His story teaches us a powerful lesson. Failure is not the end. Rejection does not define your destiny. The moments that feel like the biggest setbacks can actually be the stepping stones to your greatest successes. It's about what you do when you get knocked down. Do you stay down, or do you get back up? Learn from the experience and try again with more wisdom and determination than before. Walt Disney's life is proof that if you have a vision, if you believe in it with all your heart, and if you refuse to quit, no matter how many times you fail, you can achieve the impossible. Your journey might be filled with challenges and people who doubt you, but your persistence is your superpower. Let it remind you that failure is not a sign to stop, it's a sign to grow. Thanks for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content that fuels your dreams. See you in the next video.